Namaskar, good morning, good day to everyone. Pleased to see you again. Why this video? This video is a specific subject regarding our country, Bharat, India. India, that is not very senior country to an extent we are concerned as a great country. We had been free thousands of years before, but in 1947 we got rebirth of our aspirations as an independent nation, got clutched free from British in 1947 on 15th August. This talk is related to that in certain considerations of those people who were not involved with our freedom struggle that ran from that covered a journey from 1857 onwards to 1947. That journey was very significant in our pre pre-independence study, pre the history that makes us, that impacts on us, that imparts on us character, that impacts and imparts on us our style of living, our style of thinking, what we are and what we were. We were suppressed people, suppressed societies. For centuries, we remained suppressed, first by those people who migrated from Iraq, Iran, and now those are called themselves Pandits, etc. Brahminwad, those suppressed us by not allowing us to read books of religion, and then thereafter came Mughals who suppressed us further, and then knowingly and with plans came East India Company, and before that certain criminals from BS. British, and then we were ruled by those people and further suppressed. So three layer suppressions we people have been subjected to, which we digested, and we were compressed with that in a mode we have now to release out those negative energies from ours, but we have been not so successful to do that. Maybe it looks complicated to you to what I'm talking about. It's nothing that we have been suppressed. Of course, we have been suppressed, but we could not release those energies which we suppressed us. We did not do anything against those energies. Still, we have been living with those, which is very bad situation for us. We are people like people in all other countries. We are no different. We are society like other societies. But still we are having a degree of fear, degree of carelessness for what I don't understand. We are a big country, a country of more than 100 crores people, 130, 130 or 140 crores people. Well, quantity of public is not that important, it's quality and character of people are. We are different type of society because so far we have not reached to a status of level of that maturity we should have. We have not achieved maturity. There are many reasons behind that. This talk is related to something very important, significant, which has to modify us, and we have to modify that as well. Our our freedom struggle was led by many people. Congress and before Congress also, and many people, Muslims were involved. Afridi was involved. Afridi who killed, who assassinated Viceroy one time in Kalapani or Andaman Nicobar when he was in jail. He had been undergoing sentence of murder. He made something, he killed someone in Punjab or where, I don't know. And he was undergoing some imprisonment, and he planned to kill Viceroy, and successfully he did that. But that person, Afridi's name, he was a Pathan, not available in our history or history of freedom struggles. Well, however, doesn't matter, but we know him, or we have to know him through whatever source we can. And we are happy, I'm happy, that is there are some people pre-Congress history, those who contributed a lot for freedom of this country by direct or indirect involvement. It doesn't matter if there's a party or no party at all, but action of a person is very important to be seen and understood. Here we come and we understand how we got freedom. It's not easy job to understand and to analysis on that and to synthesize after that. It's not easy to understand for those people who were not seeing those days, those grim days when there was not even electric current available to each other, there was no light, there was nothing, no schools, and in those days we were slaves, really slaves. I was told by my mother and her mother that they were used to fear seeing an Englishman coming in the streets or in roads, and used to hide themselves in houses because they didn't want to face those people. Such a situation there means people were not even able to see English people who were rulers at that time. Such a situation are those people who were not very well educated because education was not allowed. And such story was told to me by my mother and grandmother. Such situation exists in those days. Can you imagine that situation now? If your mother, if your girl, lady, or someone who watches or sees an Englishman and hides behind closed doors of house, What a degree of fear they had from those people. These English people thought that criminal level, at that cruel level. Can you just imagine that? You see, we are suppressed. Gandhi was there in South Africa. He didn't understand by that time. He was not thrown out of train. Gandhi, whom is called father of nation now, legally or illegally, but the title, his honorary title is father of nation now, Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma name was given by Rabindranath Tagore, which was Guruji, and that person was just traveling by first class in a train going to some company for representation as an attorney of that company. He was having well suited, booted, and tied up. When the examiner asked him ticket, he gave ticket. How you got this ticket of first class? That says that I got by post, and that person Gandhi was thrown out at that time and the station, and later on that person was Gandhi was involved in beaten up by issue of identity cards, so patakas, or we call them identification card from South Africa. You're a separate citizen. The Gandhi then opposed that. After that, he came to this country after making many revolutions there, involving with revolutions and awakening people there. And they came back to our country, Bharat, and he started here something. He said, I want to do some practice. But someone said, no, don't do practice. You start writing, you're yachting people here. What happened there? You see, this is a long history of our independence, which we cannot ignore it. And those who are telling false, they should understand how long can they speak false. History cannot be hidden. 1847 to 1947, 90 years it took. This is just people on record, but if we go back also, we'll find centuries and centuries of slaveries by Mughals and then before by Pandits, Brahmanwad, which you call today. They are ruling, they expect others people to touch their feet, but what they don't belong to this country if you consider from zero origin of this country. They came from outside and they expect all respects for them, which you don't deserve. They don't even understand meaning of Pandits and Brahmins, and they are acting all, they're working in whole temples everywhere, they're making money without any hard work, which is not acceptable to me as a citizen of this country, because everybody works hard, everybody works by you can say, flowing by taking out a sweat and blood, and you get that. Then there was in 1925, there was generation of RSS, they used to call Rashtra Swayamsevak now, but that time they were not Rashtra Swayamsevak, they were virtually Royal Secret Service of British. Those people, RSS, later on, they generated many groups of them. There's a BJP is one of them, Janasangh was one of them. Janasangh was a political party which is now renamed as the Bharatiya Janata Party. What happens, I have seen during my age now, that these people have only one target. At that time they had, during struggle of freedom, that they just wanted some fruits based on Congress struggle and public struggle. Congress led to freedom based on public support, and Congress means not only one person, lakhs of people of this country, lakhs of leaders of this country, including Mahatma Gandhi, including Subhash, including Patel, and all those leaders who were involved in those struggles, where there was no person involved from RSS, and RSS was not even available at that time. And when they got in, they did not like what Congress was doing or the public wanted. They at every step opposed Congress, at every step. They did nothing for contribution of struggle. This is opposed. They used to pass informations regarding negative secrecy of Congress and other revolutions. Bhagat Singh was leading, someone else was leading. All those communist people and democratic people, all information was being released to British resign. And this is their contribution. You can call it against nation contribution or negative contribution that RSS people involved itself with, which is not appreciable at all. This means at that time they were agents of British, you may say, informers of British, like Mukhbar, you can call that. They passed news about what had been happening in our country, which is really not acceptable. They acted as agents of British, which is really curse on our society. Even then, these Congress people digested them. This was against nation. When Congress got liberty after division of this country into Pakistan and Bharat, which was also based on theory, basic theory, originated theory by Savarkar and Golwalkar. These people intended to get this country into two, and which theory was later on used by Pakistan person, Jinnah. So that he used that. Gandhi never intended to get this country divided. Nehru never expected to divide this country. They have only one job, that criticize to whatever extent they can criticize Congress in each and every respect, criticize Nehru, criticize Gandhi, criticize all, and they just want to divide and rule in itself. Even they just want to divide Congress in itself by saying Subhash was better than Gandhi, Subhash did that and that, Gandhi didn't do that, and British people call that Subhash did to Subhash big trust in independence. All this falsification, fabrication, comments and fabrication generations of world lead to a state where they just want to use the same theology, same principle as the British use against us by division and rule. Just want to divide Congress. They have no answers. Somebody asks them, okay, Congress was bad, we agree. Congress did everything wrong, we agree. They did not, they got this country free, it's agree, it's wrong according to you. But what did you do for this country? They never answer that because they did nothing. They would just ask, oh, what Sonia Gandhi did and what that, do they follow this? This is not answer to that question. RSS people and BJP people, you have to answer facts. Tell public what was your role during freedom struggle because you are part of this country. You just cannot escape your negative responsibility and positive responsibility by stating that Congress did this wrong, Mahatma did this wrong, Subhash did this, and Patel this. This is not your job. You are not party of Congress. When there is a party, there are hundreds and thousands of people in party. There can be differences of opinion. Same you are having, of course, and differences of opinion must be there for reaching a state where analysis-based solutions come out and we reach at certain facts. You have to understand that. You cannot win just by criticizing someone else. You have to tell what you did. You did not do anything till they got independent, and you just opposed flag design. You just oppose the national anthem. You just oppose each and everything that Congress intended to do. You just wanted that this country should not be secular because you could not understand meaning of secular and you could not understand meaning of religion. You just wanted to eat your fruit based on others' efforts. Congress did efforts, public did efforts, and RSS wanted to win over that. They wanted to have their claims when they did nothing for liberation of our Bharat, and they claim that they are patriots. Such patriots we have. So this is definition of patriotism, that you oppose our country's freedom and you are now having a state of certification of patriotism from RSS. What is sadness, what a condoling story it is. Do you understand that? Maybe you people who are believer of RSS and believer of BJP and believer of fake PM Modi, you may curse me and start abusing me. You abuse, no problem. I don't mind that because facts cannot be denied. And you, none of you have any potential and power from Bhakts to go oppose me and try and go oppose me. I will answer you. You people are just kids in no sense and born of 5 and 6 years thinkology and nothing else. Maybe you are a professional, but your power of thinking is negative. You cannot have any conception of what freedom was, how we got it, what problems they saw, how many years each leader was in jail, how they were beaten by British. You cannot even imagine because you just wanted to eat fruits which were results of Congress, and still you expect that. And you have post independence, you had one formula only, just to criticize Congress, criticize each and every effort of Congress. Congress did this wrong, Congress did that wrong, Kashmir problem is due to Congress, poverty is due to Congress, everything is bad due to Congress, everything is good due to natural. This is what your theory is, which doesn't work. Maybe for a few weeks or few months of once or twice rule, you may lead our young in the wrong direction, darkness. But young people, once they know what facts are, they will throw you out like you are thrown as a stone from a slush out somewhere in the skies, and which breaks into pieces and pieces and gets crushed into. You don't understand what you're doing. You can stupidize so you can be full people once, twice, thrice, but not forever. Facts shall remain facts. What Congress did, when you do something, so you may make some mistakes also. This is life. Every country makes mistakes. Every country makes mistake. So mistakes is also a route to learn. Failure is a route of success. This is very big formula. But you did nothing. You cannot even own failure. Had you owned failure, you would be happy with it. At least you did something. But you did not do anything. RSS people, you are only showing patriotism for nothing. Your patriotism is ill-defined. Your patriotism doesn't exist. You don't know what freedom is, what value of society is, what woman is, what family is. You are just interested to grab power, and to some extent you have won also. Of course you have won. By cheating public, by cheating human being, by cheating, you can say, youth, you have led to that position. and by abusing EVMs and by doing so many issues, things and all that, you have reached to such a successful level. Your daughter BJP is nothing different than you. BJP leaders always tell lies. They always abuse society. They always create frictions among various religions, and particularly with Muslims. They hate as Muslims are devils. They hate as Muslims do not belong to this nation. But don't forget that contribution of Muslims was more than others' contribution. Your contribution is negative. Muslims did a lot of contribution. Go to India Gate and read names of those people who sacrificed their lives. You will find 80% of those people belong to Muslim community. How many others belong there? Zero. How many BJP belong there? Zero. Your contribution nowhere at all. You only stupidly talk on voice for no other answer. You can criticize Nehru, you can criticize Gandhi, you can appreciate Subhas, you can appreciate Patel, but you cannot speak facts, you cannot speak truth, you cannot digest truth because you are a stupid association. You are those people who don't want to anything but just want to get credit of that. And you got it because you missed that public of 1947 and public of 2019 are both different characters. Those people had a struggle. Our forefathers, our old parents struggled a lot and they never lied to us about what happened in those days. You were banned by Patel because you were not patriot. You were undertaking that you will comply with what Congress wanted, but you never did that. You are a social breaker. You are a society breaker. You want to create unrest in society. You want uprising in society. You have only one intention that this country belongs only to one community, which is not going to happen in any way. You may speak anything, you may write anything, but public is more intelligent than you are. Of course, public have been sleeping. They have been so tired by slavery that they cannot come out mentally by slavery. Still, they mentally they are slaves. Still, they think our life is only to eat and drink and sleep. They don't understand value of freedom because they are not involved in freedom. Our people, young generation, middle age, and other seniors who are not involved in freedom struggle, they cannot realize what struggle was, what efforts were, what sacrifices were. But those people who were freedom fighters have, of course, not been here now. They have, in general, left this world for their heavenly awards, and they must be respected there. But now they must be realized they did a mistake because independence of this country was a mistake therein. This is not that country which deserves freedom. Of course, we are not that country. We deserve to be beaten, and we were beaten. We were happy when we were beaten by British. We were happy when we were done Mughals, and before that by others like Pandits and all those who suppressed other Harijans and all those by their own powers. They don't even want to smell somebody passes some SCST passes besides their body. They don't like this. They don't like to take water from a well. They don't allow these Harijans to take water from their wells. They did not allow them drink water. What these people were they sinner or they were supporter of God? They themselves they called Pandit, but they are none. They had no qualification of Pandit. They were cruels and criminals and still are the same. They can touch God. They think they are themselves so pious, and others touch God means a crime. Only Pandits ever thought to touch God because they just think they are representative of gods, and what God represents, they drink whiskey and they drink milk and they take money without work and they all like, does God represent you that? We have to think this way. I'm not against RSS. That is a society that is fine, but RSS did nothing for my country, for my country's contribution of freedom. They did nothing at all. They just wanted to loot fruit. Same thing they are doing now. They did nothing opposed to independence. They just tried to come to power, and by continuously befooling people of this country, young and old, and everybody educated by dissemination and information, they have come to power, and they are still in power by hook or by crook, by abuse or abuse, or by whatever false statements made by Prime Minister or someone else, made by those people, all those in the dream of that they will convert this country to Hindu Rashtra, which they have claimed that by 2020 they will make this Hindu Rashtra, but they are forgetting that they are going to disintegrate this country into many pieces, many locations if they enter that. Now they have started killing by their support, and they have selected people to kill. Other, for example, lynchings are going. There is nothing else. There is only support from RSS and BJP that has been moving this. It's a fact and cannot be denied. Of course, legally there will be no evidence at all, but it is a fact that they people want to burn society. They want to spread fire in society. They want to set this society to ablaze. Their intention is either these Muslims should convert to Hindu or they should leave country. Neither of this is possible. Neither this is feasible because constitution still applies, and their constitution is withdrawn or is suspended. This one shall burn this country to a status where it can be recorded from. this unfortunate situation. And specifically, I'm talking because of for those youth and young people and all those seniors and those who cannot conceive. I am conceiving. I am trying to tell them this may happen, and this is already started. Once Hindus are killing Muslims, then Muslims shall start killing Hindus, and some other these Hindus may kill Christians, and then Christian may start something like that. So where is end of this? This is very serious matter. We are a serious society. No, we are not a serious society, but still we are not thinking that. We are still sleeping. We have been sleeping, and we shall be kept sleeping until we are broken. Our heads are broken, our legs are broken, or something like that. We shall not start thinking in a positive way, in a constructive way, and that is the problem. Our foundation is we don't even consider these matters for present country, present constellation. We just go for voting like fools, and we have voted like fools. In this election, we voted like fools. In last election 2014, we voted like fools, and we have been voting like fools even while electing Congress, because it may be Congress or it may be BJP or maybe others. All are in the same boat, all are same characters in politics. None of them is genuine, none of them is true patriot. They just want powers and powers and powers, and they can go to whatever extent. Before they were riggings of ballot papers, now there's rigging, not only rigging, completely withdrawal of machines, replacement of machines, lakhs of machines were replaced in 2019. Machines which were voted for were thrown out by Amit Shah in order of Modi and election commissioner. Under this triangle support, these machines were removed. Lakhs of machines were removed from various constituency, maybe 250 constituencies, and new machines were placed which are preloaded by ballots. And this is what happened. Machines have, so election was a stolen election. It was a fake election. It's a created election, a design election. This election cannot be called election, and that is what I am trying to. They can go to whatever extent possible, feasible or not feasible. They can go to. They can go to take this country into destruction. They can take this country into uprising. They can do whatever they want to do because they just want to survive in power. They say we will survive for 50 years. Your credit is zero. Your credit is zero and minus. Why you want to survive in power? Unfortunately, they have come to power by ill means, by illicit means, by non-transparent means, and they want to stick to that. But public, once they rise up, once our sleep is over, once we come out of dream, we shall certainly start thinking of this. Only problem is our youth. They cannot understand what they are taught. They are in dreams only. BJP sells dream, RSS sells dream, and these people are buying dreams. But dreams never come true until you work hard. And our youth thinks that they should do some magic and they will do something for them. But this is not going to happen. No magic works in life. Hard work works in life. Good education works in life. Good culture of working works in life. Everything that is potential only works in life. Nothing else works in life. No country can develop without hard work. No country can develop without dedication of its people, each and every people. Unfortunately, our society is different. I am really very upset with seeing character of our society. Character doesn't mean personal character. Character means cultural character, work culture, collection, all character. I have just noticed that about more than 50% people in our society of 135 crore people are just silent people, just spectators. They have no energies at all and they don't want to contribute anything to development of this country, just sitting idle whole day and depending upon the incomes of others just to survive. Because if one man earns or two men earns in a family of 5 or 6, they can take food, they can do whatever and they are senior people, old people, and they survive like that. I don't expect that senior people has to work, but there should be some contribution to society. But nobody is contributing anything except playing at cards or talking irrelevant with each other, gossiping and all that, which doesn't work. There are only 50% people in this country or 40% people in this country who contribute, but slowly, of course, gradually, not very efficiently or powerfully. Still, they contribute 30%, 40%, 50% to development of this, which is, of course, credible. No, we cannot say no. But if they work 80%, 90%, the country will be different one. But it's not happening. And that's what I'm saying. RSS doesn't know the culture here. People should be awakened, people should be efficient. They just want to talk and talk through Prime Minister. We'll do this and we'll do that, and they do nothing else. They're just preaching lectures and monkey Bhagwaan and all that, misleading talks. They have no plans. This is the only country in this world, whole world, where there is no planning at all. Every country got some planning, say 20 years, 30 years, 40 years ahead. But our country has no look ahead even for 5 years. There was a plan of 5 years at least that has also been demolished by this fake PM. Same thing, they just constituted their own way without even thinking or prospecting something, but they don't do anything. Congress used to do something, but Congress is also same BJP now. There's no difference of all. People are not happy with this election, but Congress is not so serious about that. They are just sitting with 233 criminals in Lok Sabha, with these 52 members of their own, and they are sitting there wasting time. They should be stand up. They should be stand up and come in opposing this Lok Sabha constitution, but they are not doing that. They are not doing anything in public interest. They are just thinking. They are confused people. They have no analytical considerations. They have not analyzed what has happened to this election, what has happened to this country, who has taken over this country. They have no seriousness in this regard. But one day they will suffer themselves, because public is also getting day by day serious. People have started thinking, how could this company, how could this BJP come to power, and people they don't vote at all. Only 20 to 30% people vote, maybe 20% people voted to them, and they have come to power having 40 to 50% victory, which is not acceptable at all. Well, I'm not opposing BJP or RSS in that manner, because they cheated us, they robbed our votes. That they have a capacity to rob our votes, because they never think good for this country. They will talk good, but they only want, they only one ambition, that this country should be ruled one, should be religious one, should not be secular. This is what they want. They want only those people who are in power must be from Brahminwad, that is, upper class people must have power and no other must have power. No Muslim should have power, no this Dalits or you can say OBC, ST, ST should have power. But they don't understand that public is public. You may suppress public for few days, few weeks, few years, but not forever. Your Manusmriti will be not considered. Your Manusmriti will not be considered. No Ramayana will be considered. No Mahabharat will be considered. As far as country is concerned, this country is for people, not for Mahabharata or Ramayana. This country is for people's popularity, for people's support, for people's development, for social advancement, keeping in view science and technology and other knowledge area, whatever available. We have to drink, we have to eat, we have to take this country to higher levels, which cannot be taken just by illusion that religion will work that. Religion is something else. Religion has nothing to do with your national issues. Your religion is a personal one. I may believe Ram, I may believe Christian, I may believe Allah, I may believe whatever. Is up to me. No one else to decide. It's not my fault when I was born, because it was authority of my parent to grant me some religion. But when I have sound mind, I can think of whatever I want. I can think of whether I want to continue as what my father or mother said, or I want to change that. That is up to my option, no one's else option. No RSS can impose on me anything. No BJP can impose on anything. No Congress can impose on anything. This is personal relation to God, and I have to see that my country is better than other countries, or at least equal to other countries. I have no grudge with other countries, but I have to see that we are well considered in whole world. We were developing very well, but now we have trodden down because of this you can say illicit people in power. They don't understand value of education. They don't understand value of profession. They don't understand value of science. They don't understand value of technology. They only understand one thing, that is bakwas, bakwas, and bakwas. They cannot give people something. They don't know what their purposes were. They just want to talk nonsense, and they have been talking nonsense. All leaders of BJP, they are talking illicit in each and everywhere. They talk about rape. They are rapists. They are murderers, and they are talking of patriotism. 233 MPs from all sectors of politics have joined Lok Sabha. Unfortunate it is that they are criminal background. They are having criminal backgrounds, and we people have accepted them honorable members of this country, which is shame on each and every citizen of this country, which is shame on each and every leader of all parties of this country. They don't have any degree of shy. We people have no degree of shy. We have just accepted them, welcomed them, garlanded them. This is not in my power, your power to isolate this, remove this, eliminate this. But this has happened. It is because of my fault and your fault. We got independence, but we did not respect our independence. Of course, had we respected our independence, we have been different society. We thought it has been, because they think it has been won just by ahimsa. It has not been won by ahimsa. It was a principle only. It has not been won by non-violence. It has been done by sacrifices, direct sacrifices or indirect sacrifices, sacrifices of life. All leaders sacrificed their personal lives. All people did not marry in these times. They lost their property. They sacrificed their property for sake of this country, freedom, and we don't realize that. We don't realize that what they did. We realize that we have to live comfortable life. Those people did not enjoy air conditioning. Those people did not enjoy cars. Those people did not enjoy aeroplanes. Those people did not enjoy in full swing whatever we are enjoying now. It is because of freedom. We are enjoying higher education in universities because of freedom. We are enjoying voting right because of freedom. We are living in a society because of freedom, not because of non-freedom. Had there been no freedom, we would have been slaves, continued slaves of British or someone else. This country moved a lot in many steps by Congress, and this BJP is pulling it back because BJP doesn't understand what country is, what people are. They only talk nonsense. We have not even done provision of waters for whole areas. We could not even provide water to our people, and we are talking of being called Vishwaguru and modern society and superpower of this world. How can you be superpower when we don't have water to drink, water for your daily use? How can you call it that? You cannot have good budget, you cannot have good taxes, your money has been robbed by many robbers from this country belonging to many political parties. Our money is being looted. We are our deprived of our facilities, our rights, our fundamental rights. Our courts are not very good. They're also playing sometimes in hands of politicians. It happened. Our election commission is rubbish one. It has got no professional left with it. Same thing our government, which is a fake one based on EVM election, and they got nothing to do with. They are only by compulsion, by force sitting in power when they don't deserve that. They were not elected by ballot papers. They were elected. EVMs and VVMs are not reliable equipments. This is well known and well proven. They are sitting in power by force, by false mandate. Unfortunately, we have accepted that. But it has to go. People have to fight with them. People are opposition. Now no Congress is in opposition, no other party is in opposition. Opposition, if there is someone to government of India or to fake prime minister or to fake system of Lok Sabha, it is public that has to oppose on its own. We don't want any representative to oppose. We don't want any political party to oppose for us. We shall oppose ourselves, and this is what we have to do. We cannot do this. We are not human beings. We are not public. We are foolish people. We are efficiently inefficient people. Prone, we can not proficient, but ill-efficient, bad efficient. We are not human beings. We are like animals. If we cannot think good for us, if we leave everything, these fake leaders, we shall be fake ourselves. We shall become fake ourselves. Unfortunately, it is that we are accepting that. दोस्तों मैं क्यों बात कर रहा हूँ, थोड़ी हिंदी में बात कर लेते हैं आपसे। मैं उन लोगों के बारे में बात कर चाहता हूँ इस विषय पे आज, क्योंकि ये विषय बहुत गंभीर है और मैंने सोचा कि कुछ आपसे बात कर ली जाए। जो कुछ हो रहा है देश के अंदर आज की तारीख में बहुत अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है। यदि हम पीछे की तरफ जाएं, 1847 की तरफ जाएं, 1857 की तरफ जाएं, 1947 तक का सफर तय करें, तो हम पाएंगे बहुत कुछ उस टाइम ऐसा हुआ कि जो आज के युवा को न मालूम है, न नेताओं को मालूम है, न पब्लिक को मालूम है। उस समय ना गांधी था, ना जवाहरलाल था, ना कोई था। उस समय ना कांग्रेस थी। बहुत कुछ उस समय भी हुआ था। उस समय एक वाइस राय का कत्ल भी किया गया था एक अफरीदी के द्वारा, जो एक कैदी था, काला पानी में रहता था। उसने सोचा था कि मैं वाइस राय को मारूंगा, छोड़ूंगा नहीं, और उसने इतना ऊंचा काम किया। उस समय एक चाकू तैयार करके एक ऑफिस बॉय बन के वहां रेजिडेंट का, और उसने वेट किया कि कब वो आए, और चाकू भोंपा। जब वो आया, जब वो वाइस राय वहां पर आया इंस्पेक्शन पर, वहां 1-2 दिन रहने के लिए, उसने उसका काम तमाम कर दिया। उसका नाम था अफरीदी खान पठान। उसका नाम कोई नहीं जानता, जबकि उसका नाम सबसे पहले आना चाहिए, गांधी से भी पहले, जवाहर से भी पहले, और से भी पहले। ये कब की बात है? जब तो शायद ये लोग साउथ अफ्रीका में होंगे, बच्चे होंगे गांधी भी, उस समय की बात है। खैर, उन बातों को इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ कि हमें सच्चाई पता होनी चाहिए किसी भी हद तक, चाहे वो किसी की भी फेवर में हो या ना हो। हम इस बात को काट नहीं सकते, फेंक नहीं सकते, सच्चाई को छुपा नहीं सकते। आज हम चाहे युवा हों, चाहे हम मिडिल एज के लोग हों, चाहे हम सीनियर हों, हम जो भी क्यों ना हो, सच्चाई से आपको साथ रहना पड़ेगा। हम किसी दूसरे की बातों में आके अपने आप को गलत रास्ते में नहीं ले जा सकते। आज़ादी मिली खेल नहीं था, बहुत मुश्किल काम था। हमने उन लोगों से आज़ादी लेनी थी जो वहाँ से आए थे, साथ जिसको कहते हैं अंग्रेज जिसको कहते हैं। और उससे पहले यहाँ पर कई सौ साल हमें मुगलों का भी सामना करना पड़ा था। उससे पहले हमने उन लोगों का सामना करना पड़ा, इराक, ईरान, अफगानिस्तान, या आप कह सकते हैं उस जगह से आए थे जो ऐसी पट्टी है जहाँ ऐसी भाषा बोली जाती, जिसको हम कहते हैं, एक पट्टी है इराक, ईरान में, जिसको मैं नाम भूल गया उसका। वो पट्टी है जिस पर ऐसी भाषा बोली जाती है। इराक, ईरान, तुर्की, इस तरफ से ये लोग आए और यहाँ पंडित बन गए। इनकी शायद नॉलेज ज़्यादा थी पढ़ने की, हो सकता है ज़्यादा जानते होंगे, बता सकते होंगे पढ़ के, तो इन्होंने यहाँ स्थान ले लिया। और आज वही लोग अपने आप को पंडित या ब्राह्मणवाद जिसे आप कह दिया जाए, क्योंकि बाकी लोग भी ब्राह्मण थे लेकिन वो शायद नहीं आगे निकल पाए थे। इन लोगों ने आके ओवर रूल कर लिया और वही है हमारा ब्राह्मणवाद, जिसको आप आज की तारीख में कहा जाते हैं ऊपर के दो, जिसको कहा जाता है वर्ण में कि एक पंडित है और दूसरा राजपूत टाइप है। ये दो लोग जो उससे भी पहले आए थे, कई हजार साल पहले, इन्होंने आके सोसाइटी को तोड़ दिया, मरोड़ दिया, सेक्शन में विभाजित कर दिया। ऐसे लोग जिन्होंने जाति पाति का वरदान दे दिया देश को कि आप जातियों में रहेंगे। ऐसा कुछ नहीं था पहले, सब एक साथ थे। अगर आप याद करेंगे महाभारत के टाइम को, रामायण के टाइम को, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं थी उस समय। जातियां नहीं थी, कुछ नहीं था, कर्म के हिसाब से जाति होती थी, लेकिन इन्होंने शरीर के हिसाब से बना दी। और वही हमारा रूढ़ीपन है आज का, वही रूढ़ीवादिता है हमारे देश की आज भी, कि हम एक दूसरे को जाति के नाम से, शरीर की जाति के नाम से देखते हैं, गलत बात है। खैर छोड़िए, आज़ादी के बाद चलते हैं 1857 से लेकर 1947 तक का सफ़र, 90 वर्ष का बहुत खतरनाक सफ़र। बहुत लोगों ने जाने दी, लाखों लोगों ने, कहते हैं 7-8 लाख लोगों ने जाने दी। बहुत दुख की बात है कि हमारी इतनी जाने देने के बाद हमें आज़ादी मिली। कहने को होगा या अहिंसा का आज़ादी थी, लेकिन वास्तव में नहीं थी। बहुत से लोगों ने अपनी कुर्बानियाँ दी, अपनी प्रॉपर्टीज छोड़ी, अपनी पढ़ाई छोड़ी, अपना सब कुछ छोड़ा, घर बार छोड़ा, और उसके बाद वहाँ पर उनको बहुत कुछ खोना पड़ा एक आज़ादी को, एक स्वतंत्रता को पाने के लिए। लेकिन वहाँ उस समय कुछ लोग ऐसे भी थे जो 1925 के बाद पैदा हुए थे, जिनको आप कह सकते हैं जो आज अपने आप को राष्ट्रसत्ता का मालिक समझते हैं, RSS और बीजेपी। बीजेपी तो बहुत बाद में पैदा हुई, लेकिन RSS उनकी माँ है, बाप है, सब कुछ है। वो RSS जो हमेशा देश के खिलाफ जाते थे, देश के अपोजिशन में बात करते थे। RSS उस समय कहा जाता था कि ये एक तरह की रॉयल सीक्रेट सर्विस है, इस तरह कहा जाता था। रिकॉर्ड में मैंने नहीं देखा कहीं, लेकिन ऐसा कहा जाता था, जिसको आज राष्ट्रीय स्वयं सेवक संघ कहते हैं। ये अपने आप को स्वयं सेवक, कैसे स्वयं सेवक है मैं नहीं जानता, लेकिन उस टाइम जरूर ये सेवक अच्छे थे, हमारे देश के खिलाफ बात करते थे अंग्रेजों से, कहते थे कि इस देश की बात को ना मानो, कांग्रेस की बात को ना मानो, कम्युनिस्टों की बात को ना मानो, इनको कुचल दो, इनके आंदोलन को, जो भी हो, क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट हो या कोई और हो, उसको कुचल दो। ऐसे लोग, इनको आप धार्मिक कह लीजिए, इनको आप देश के दुश्मन कह लीजिए, इसको आप कुछ भी कह लीजिए। हालांकि बाद में हमारे सत्ताधारी लोगों ने इनको अपनाया भी है, तो भी हुआ है, लेकिन जो असली बात होती है, जो चरित्र होता है किसी का, उसको बदला नहीं जा सकता। वही लोग हैं जो, अब क्या करें, ये जा रहा है। क्या करें, फिर जो है चला गया यार, क्या करूं, बेचारा ये सिंगल्स का खा गया। नहीं जा रहे हैं भाई, इट्स नॉट गोइंग, कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है। वीडियो रोक दिया गया है। बेहतर सिंगल्स ढूंढने के लिए आपको स्थान बदलने पर विचार करें या प्रसारण समाप्त कर सकते हैं। क्या करें यार, बंद करना पड़ेगा भाई, कुछ फायदा नहीं, इसका बंद करो यार, छोड़ो।